last year, I finally got my driver's license. While I like the freedom that comes with driving a car, I still love to ride my bike. I grew up riding a bike to school. It's helped me get in shape for soccer, it doesn't use up gas, and I know when I go to college, it's going to be my main transportation around campus. I have to say, riding my bike on the streets has really shaped my driving habits. In fact, when I'm driving and see a cyclist, I may as well be looking at myself. You look familiar. Do I know you? Yeah. Let me show you how I protect myself while driving. A lot of drivers don't realize that cyclists have the same right to use the road as motorists. It's the law, plain and simple. When I'm behind the wheel, I need to look out for cyclists. I think about it this way. Do I really want to be responsible for a crash that could seriously hurt or kill someone? I don't need that on my conscience. My responsibility as a cyclist is to be predictable. I never want to make a driver guess what I'm going to do or which way I'm going to turn. So I use hand signals so drivers know exactly what I'm doing. Right, left, and stop. More than the signals, making eye contact is key. So I can actually see when and if a driver is going to yield. Because I'm a good driver, when I see a cyclist look at me, I'll nod or signal back. Then I'll slow down. Sometimes a cyclist can't safely take her hand off the bars to give you a signal. If she looks at me, I'll still know she's planning a move. She'll probably indicate where she wants to go and proceed. If you're not sure what a cyclist is going to do, slow down and pay attention. Generally speaking, cyclists will keep to the right. On wider lanes, I can pass, provided I can give the cyclist a wide berth, at least 4 feet. If it looks like the cyclist is taking up too much of the lane, you can probably figure out why. Sometimes the road is too narrow to allow the driver to pass safely. Sometimes the right side of the lane is full of gravel or some other hazard. Believe me, it's dangerous to ride over that stuff. So give the cyclist a break. Be patient. You'll be able to pass when it's safe for both of you. In urban areas where both drivers and cyclists often move at the same speed, a cyclist may position herself in the center of the lane, where she's most visible to drivers. Believe me, visible is safe. A line of parked cars is dangerous to cyclists. Right now, she's avoiding the possibility of a driver opening a door in her path. Cyclists may also need to change lanes completely to get in position for a left turn. Pay attention to a cyclist whenever she looks back. Don't worry. Just as drivers can't change lanes until it's safe, the smart cyclist will wait until she has a clear path to merge. If you see a signal, don't try to rush past. Let her in. Let me put it to you this way. If you're in a position to yield to another motorist, you also need to yield to the cyclist. If you don't, you can easily cause a crash that leads to a serious injury. For safety reasons, cyclists need to control the lane at intersections. If the cyclist is continuing straight through, taking the lane discourages drivers from passing that cyclist in the intersection. If she's going to make a right turn, drivers behind her won't be tempted to pass and cut her off by turning in front of her. If I'm going to follow her through the intersection to turn left, it's safer to stay behind her. I'll never be in so much of a hurry that I would compromise her safety by rushing to get around her. Most experienced cyclists will allow drivers to pass as soon as it's safe. Drivers, do us a favor, just wait your turn. If I'm going to turn left, taking the lane allows me to control what's behind me, so I can focus on what's in front and to either side. Let's face it, there are cyclists on the road who ride correctly, and then there are other people on bikes who make a lot of mistakes, mostly because they haven't been properly trained. You need to be patient with these riders, especially young kids who may be bicycling to school. Just like driving, it takes a little time to practice and get comfortable doing it. Yelling, hitting the horn, tailgating, or even worse forms of road rage aren't going to help. Slow down, be cautious, and keep your cool. After all, that person could be someone you know and care about. The road is meant to be shared by all of us, so drivers, look out for cyclists. When you're driving, all you need to do is treat cyclists the way you'd like to be treated. I guarantee it will change the way you drive. When I'm on the road, I ride predictably, communicate, and treat others with respect. And now, as a driver, I need to set a good example to others and watch out for everyone who shares the road. That's a great attitude. Yeah, I've always ridden my bike to school, and I want to make sure that all kids can enjoy riding to school safely. So it's important that I am especially careful in school zones, where I'm more likely to encounter more cyclists who may be less experienced. So, you want to go for a spin? Sure, just one thing. Can I borrow your bike? This one's my bike. Come on, can I just use it for a little? Well, I don't know, it's my bike. No, don't you have your own?